Welcome to the January 2026 meeting. Would you please join us for a moment of silence, please? Thank you. Will you join us for the pledge?
Dickson, Dickson Elementary, we have Mr. Thomas Myers.
Next, we have approval of the agenda. Do you have any additions or changes?
I will move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have approval of the minutes from the previous previous session on December the 18th. Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the December 18 meeting. Any discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have public comment on actionable items. Thank you. Next, we have recognitions.
Madam Chair, members of the board, I would like to ask Miss Christy Daniels to come forward. Miss Christy is a retired teacher for us, but she's also serving in the capacity of a wonderful sub. And we appreciate you. And I'm trying to get her to come back more than a sub. And so anyway, Miss Faulkner and Dr. Marvin, would you come up and let's take a picture? And Miss Hall, would you come up? Miss Christy is employed through ESS. Thank you. And she got substitute of the month. Miss Kimberly Ladd could not be with us from ESS, but she sends her congratulations. Thank you, Miss Christy. Our next recognition is a student that I want to get her autograph now. I'm going to put it in my bookcase. Miss Poppy, would you come forward, please? Hewitt, would you come forward? You know how to swing a golf club, and you're very good at it because you have been named the TGA, Tennessee Golf Association, Junior Player of the Year. You're welcome, and we're so proud of you. Keep up the great work. Miss Lily Johnson, Dickson Middle School, would you come forward, please? Miss Lily was first runner-up to the TSSAA Middle School AA State Wrestling Championship. You are very impressive as well. And I know that you get some attention walking down the halls of the school. So I've watched you at Dickson Middle and so impressed with how you wrestle, both a co-ed team. So that was impressive. So thank you. Keep up the good work. I was just impressed with it. Thank you. She has her twin sisters here, and I think they're going to carry on the legacy of being wrestlers. Thank you. We had other recognitions, but as you know, due to the inclement weather that could be happening, games and events have been scheduled for tonight instead of Friday and Saturday. And so, anyway, we will get them next month.
And next we have student board representatives. We have Miss Potter here tonight. I think Miss Stewart's at the basketball game at Creekwood, so.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to share a snapshot of what the Cougars have been up to over the past month, as there's plenty to celebrate. Athletic highlights. This morning, our halls were filled with Cougar pride as students and staff lined up to send off our Lady Cougars bowling team on their journey to the TSSAA state tournament. We are incredibly proud of these talented athletes and wish them the very best at state. Our basketball teams are also making waves. The boys team currently sits 4th in the district with 6 wins under their belt, while the Lady Cougars hold an impressive 10-8 record and are ranked 2nd in the district. This month has also featured a spirited pink out basketball game hosted in collaboration with our HOSA club, combining school spirit with support for a great cause. Meanwhile, our cheer and dance teams are preparing to head to Disney World to compete at the national level. We wish them safe travels and the best of luck as they represent DCHS on a big stage. Across all winter sports, whether it be on the court, mat, track, or field, our student athletes continue to impress with their dedication and hard work. We can't wait to see what they accomplish next. In other news, academically, DCHS hosted the ASVAB on the 14th, followed by a FAFSA informational night for parents. Our counselors continue to support seniors by regularly sharing scholarship opportunities through the Senior Google Classroom. We are fortunate to have such a strong system in place to guide students through the college and career preparation process. Our JAG, Jobs After Graduation, class is also giving back by hosting a clothing drive to support local organizations. As an added initiative, the class with the most donations will earn donuts, proving that generosity can be both impactful and sweet. Additionally, morning announcements now feature Cougar character building, with a focus this month on fostering respect. This initiative supports our ongoing goal of creating a positive and welcoming environment for both students and staff. Finally, we are already looking ahead to the 2026-2027 school year as underclassmen begin class registration planning. At the same time, our seniors eagerly await the release of the class of 2026 rankings and top 10%. Exciting times are ahead. Thank you for your continued support of our Cougars and all the great things happening at DCHS. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I was up at the high school at 7:15 this morning telling the wrestling team, the bowlers, good luck today. So, good things.
And next we have curriculum and instruction.
Madam Chair, members of the board, this is something that the state has asked us to do for our pre-K students that receive special services. We need to change a school number from 7001 to 4835. So it's the same school, we just need to change the number and get your approval on that. It's just a state requirement to change numbers. I don't have a lot of detail. Apparently, it is something that is common that the state asks districts to do.
Basically closing this one and then opening the
Yes.
other. Is there a
Mhm.
form to open the other? Would have to be approved at some
It-
point.
I was just given this form by Emily Murphy, and I sign off on it, and Miss Sonia will sign off on it, that we are closing a school under 7001 and opening with 4835.
Can we
Same
ask,
school. It's not a new school.
just want to ask maybe Mr. Hall can you weigh in on this?
Yeah, it's a number thing with the state. I mean, the state needed us to have a different number versus the number that we have now. So it's like we're not in the state in its infinite wisdom can't just transfer a number. They have to make you close a number and give you a new number for the same school.
But it's just for pre-K special ed too, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this request. Any other discussion?
Which school is this? Do we know that? It's not a school, it's drop-in services for speech and other services that we
Okay,
provide.
so it's not a
student is not
specific
in a building.
school.
Correct.
Okay. Just when I saw school or program name,
Yes.
I didn't know what that.
Any other discussion or questions? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Motion carries. Next, we have finance, the December monthly financials.
Good evening. The first, you'll see the monthly financials for December 31st, 2025, and I'm sorry, but I did misprint the date on there. It should be January 22nd, 2026. I forgot to change the date at the top left corner. But as you'll see, revenues are up compared to last year. Expenditures are up. Property tax and sales tax are both up. Utilities are up, and diesel fuel and gasoline are up as well. Next, you'll see the summary financial statements for all funds and then the summarized balance sheets.
Motion to approve monthly financials.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the December financials. Do we have any other discussion? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Next, we have the quarterly.
So these are the second quarter financials. So this is data from July through December 31st, 2025. And you'll see each report for each fund, 141, 142, 143, and 177.
Motion to approve quarter financials.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the quarterly financials. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have maintenance. If there's any updates you want to make.
Mr. Corley, would you give an update with the field walkthrough today, please?
We walked the turf today and the tennis courts. Both are in good shape. We came up with a couple of items on the turf, and that's really all. I think Ms. Beagle and Ms. Robin were there. You might get their opinion on what they thought of the fields today.
Very nice.
Nice.
Really, we don't have anything. We're getting the concrete people lined back up again. Since we've got the change order, and that's really it. We got to do the concrete, the bleacher people. We're having a little trouble getting them here, but they say they'll have it finished well before graduation, and that's really all we lack. Is some concrete work and the track and the bleacher rails instead. It's working well, doing well. I can answer any questions you have, but we've been kind of in a lull with the weather. It stopped. They were over there today caulking. They're going to caulk one day and then leave for about 2 weeks, I think.
Well, it is pretty cold outside.
Yeah.
We did discuss what type of maintenance plan that we might want to have, so you might
Right.
talk about
I
that.
really don't know the numbers on it.
Yes,
the
but-
gentleman today. But anyway, they discussed this in one of our earlier meetings, that they have maintenance plans, that they'll come back and do what they call major repairs and maintenance, or just yearly maintenance. And that's something you all probably need to, and anytime you want to know more about it, I can get one of them to come here and explain it. Since it's their deal, I'd rather they'd tell you than me. But y'all probably remember it. When they all were here, they mentioned that they provided that, which I think would be a good idea. And they said they would come back again and help Jay and Joey, and whoever's going to be working on the field, and go over it again with them. But
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mr.
that. Thank
Corlew.
you.
that's all I have. Thank you.
Do you have any update on the field house getting water there at Creekwood?
Basically, pretty much the same as the work session. Dr. Sutherland did approve us to find that listening device to try to find the leak. We've not found it yet. I do have a gentleman that I believe is gonna. So let me back up and say again, none of this is put in the way the blueprint says it's put in. Okay. So, and everything's buried under concrete or asphalt. We do not even know where the water lines come out of some of the buildings. So I'm looking for a 4-inch pipe in about a 4-acre area. It's covered in rock and pavement and concrete. So he's gonna try to locate the lines coming out of the building to give us an idea. This line's running this way and this line's running this way. Maybe we can try to use some common sense and say, well, it makes the most sense for that line to run here, and then we would trace that line at that point, see if we can hear a leak and water surfacing. And we slowed it down about 13 gallons down at the bottom of the hill. We found a little leak down there on the front side of the building. This is from the right-hand side of the drive, about even with the front edge of the school. We've got it valved off right there. That line runs on down beside the football field, feeds both concession stands, which we already had winterized. It feeds the irrigation, which we had winterized. Till that valve is turned off the filter. So till we can locate it and fix it, that valve is going to remain off. You'll have another. You talk to the city of Dickson. There'll be an adjustment in the way they have to adjust it. It's not going to be a whole lot on the water side, sewer side, which goes to Charlotte, because it didn't go into the city sewer. They'll be refunding all that sewer tax on the water that was lost there. They can get in touch with Valerie and go over that. Reimbursement.
Next, let's move to technology.
members of the board, I am asking tonight to approve an increase in our security for our technology department. We currently and have for years put 25,000 in this account, and through speaking with Kayla, we really need to increase our security due to potential, just due to all the data that we keep in our database, not only on our students, but our faculty and staff. The increase would be $37,982, which we do have in the technology account. I think if I could get Valerie to share, are we changing on a line item with that? But with the increase, this is what we would get. We would get a managed detection and response system. It's really an upgrade with 24/7 surveillance. We currently do not have that. And large corporations and entities, such as the hospital, different organizations, especially of our size, have very tight security and mechanisms such as that they are having surveillance 24/7. Kayla, do you have anything to add to this in response?
I think that we really need, I really believe that we need just a little bit better security, and that's why I was wanting to look into this and grow our system.
We know that if we get hacked into, that we are looking at millions of dollars that we could be held for ransom for our data. And so this is something that we really want to look at and increase, and we do have the money. And I think that it would make me feel better to have this type of surveillance with all the technology that we have and that we've purchased over the years. So that, yes, ma'am.
What was Valerie's answer about?
Yes.
So technology will have the money in their account, so it could require at a later date. We'll just keep tracking it, and I'll do my projections and see. Worst case, we could have to move 10 to 15,000 from a different line item up into their software line to cover it, but they have it within their budget.
Okay.
So I guess my question is like, I mean, it's in there for a reason. What was the reason it was put in there that we're not using? Does that make sense on my question?
Where's the extra funds?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, where's it coming from that it's extra? Is there a person that we haven't hired or?
Well, so part of the director position wasn't filled for many months, so we have a few. We have some money there in that line item, but then also some of the projections that Ben had put in for the original budget. The items have come in. The software has come in at a lower price than what he budgeted a little bit, and so that gave us a little bit of a buffer in the software line.
And I don't want to put you on the spot too hard here, but how do you perceive this going in our next year's budget? Would that line have to be added to there, and it would up the technology budget from what it currently is?
We'll try and get hard and fast quotes for software, and that way we have actual numbers and aren't budgeting a little bit above. We're budgeting what we need, and that way we hopefully don't have to increase too much.
And we've already reached out to several vendors to check on pricing for the next year.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
So the past we paid 25,000 for a lesser grade service from the same company, and we're going to increase that to a higher level service for 62, whatever it is on there. And it comes out of the software line item as a whole, so it's not a single line for cybersecurity is in the software. So there is some money projected in that line, and as far as increasing in the future, it would be based on the bids for other software. I catch all that right?
Yes.
Any other questions?
I know it's a contract for at this new service. So didn't work out, we could revert back to what we have now. That option would stand.
I've even reached out to them, met them at the conference that I was just recently at, so I've got, contacts that I can be reaching out to over the next year.
Not sure if any of y'all were here whenever we got hacked once before. I think, I'm sure you were here at that point in time. It was a minor hack, but it's a reality what can happen. We'll move to approve this.
Have a motion to approve in a second. Do we have any other discussion? Vote, please.
For you to guess.
He says
Yes.
it's coming up.
That's
Yeah.
you're on our screen.
All eyes.
Motion carries. Next, we'll move to human resources.
This evening, you have the two reports that you receive each month, the Human Resources report from January, which is the list, and then the graph that is from the December report. And then there are two job descriptions that are on there, and Miss Valerie's going to share information about those.
And before Valerie talks about that, I would like to congratulate Vicki Williams, computer lab assistant from White Bluff Elementary School, 29 years of service to Dickson County Schools. And we want to thank her for her service.
Thank you, Doctor.
And happy retirement.
So these are a little bit out of order. Can we do the other one first by chance or no? Okay. So we kind of talked about this a little bit at the planning session. We're looking to fill an open position in the finance department with this role to be over the bookkeepers.
Which one are we on? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It was
It's
skip to,
we skipped the purchasing clerk. We're going to come back to it,
okay,
but I wanted to start with the school funds compliance clerk.
thank you.
So like I mentioned, this is what we talked about a little bit at the work session. We're hopeful that this can help strengthen our oversight of the bookkeepers and hopefully mitigate that significant finding that we had for segregation of duties that we've had for many, many years. And like I said, this is the position an open position in our department. So it's not an added position, but it is a new job description.
Can you give us some additional information? I mean, I've read the job description. I guess I'm concerned that we are looking at this position to avoid that audit finding when, as a school board member, I don't really know what those audit findings are. I very much, Valerie, want you to have someone in your office that can support you. And I've said that to you often. And so for me, it's not that I'm not trying to support the work that you're doing. And I know by having someone to look at these audit findings that can relieve you some also. But I struggle with trying to get you the help that I would like for you as a staff person to have. And I'm not sure about about this one. So can you just
Yeah.
give me some more information that can encourage me that this
Yes.
is going to free you up some?
Yes. So over the last half of the year, I've had to take on the old role with the position that was left open. And so she did a lot with our grants. And so with ESSER ending, that opened up, like for me to do the reimbursements, I only have to do them once a month. So it's really not a long process. But as for the bookkeepers, I have bookkeepers reach out to me multiple times a day. I have principals reach out to me about the books multiple times a day. I feel like I'm not able to provide adequate training for them. Like when a new bookkeeper comes on and a new principal begins, I would like this person to go out and train with both of them so that they both have an idea and know what they're doing. And I just haven't been able to do that, and I don't see me ever being able to do that. Being over like $100 million budget, and then the school funds are nearly like $2.3 million. You know, it's just not feasible for me to do both. If that
But
makes
this
sense.
will take work off of you, this
Yes.
position.
Yes, it will. I've been approving their reconciliations monthly, but I don't get to them as timely as I would like to. I just feel like I've really fallen behind with the bookkeepers. And I feel like they do need the oversight and the help that this person would be able to provide more than I could.
Mr. Parker.
I don't disagree that the lack of training for the bookkeepers has been present for a long time. So they definitely need that. I just do want to kind of clear up a little bit terminology here. So when the entire job description is highlighted, that's a new job.
Yes.
So it is kind of a new position. You just have funding for this position, basically. This is a new position since every single bit of it is highlighted, right?
Correct. It's a new job description.
But you have this in your budget
Correct.
currently.
Yes.
And it won't make your budget go up at all. And you don't need the spot that you're replacing, right? Is that?
I don't, but Dr. Collins needs some help, but we'll talk about that at a later date.
Okay. So you don't need the spot that we're replacing and putting this new description in.
I don't.
Okay.
Did that answer your question, Ms. Thiel, or did you have any more?
I can't say that I have additional ones. I have that concern. Because the principal actually supervises the bookkeeper, is that correct?
That is correct.
But the principals aren't trained according to the policies or according to the
manual.
procedures that they need to follow.
Yes.
I guess the part that just concerns me is not that this person wouldn't train them, but that as a school board member, I really don't understand what the audit findings are that I realize has been there, but I don't, as an individual, know what those audit findings are.
The main one, of course, is the segregation of duties, but there's been a few other ones as far as like the bookkeeper not having training to know how to sub-account certain things, or they didn't sub-account anything, and so that was, I think, of the finding last year. And there's just been miscellaneous other ones. Like I said, they seemed pretty minor this year, but I know in years past they were several sheets long.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Bailey?
Dr. Sutherland, do you recommend this position?
I do.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion to approve the school funds clerk position and job description and a second. Do we have any other discussion? Vote please.
Ms. Brogdon, yes. Mr. Chadwick, yes. Mr. Haley, yes. Ms. Lampley, yes. Mr. Parker, yes. Ms. Thiel, no.
Motion carries. Next, we have the purchasing clerk job description.
So this is already a current position, and we were just going to add a line at the bottom to provide cross-trained and rotational support to school funds compliant functions as assigned to ensure continuity, consistency, and impartiality. So I just feel like this is needed so that we have two people who are able to kind of cross-train with each other, and that way too there's a second person who could help with the bookkeepers or look after the bookkeepers and such like that.
This person currently works for you in your department now?
Yes, sir.
Does the majority of your staff paid on 29?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Ms. Valerie?
Nothing changing, just adding something for her to do?
Just adding another thing, like I said, so they can cross train. If one of them's out, the other one can assist, and vice versa. And two, it provides like that extra oversight to not have that bias. If you have one person looking over all the bookkeepers, and then you have that second person, I just feel like that provides additional segregation of duties as well.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the purchasing clerk job description in a second. Do we have any other discussion? Vote please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
I have one question. Sorry, Valerie. Going back to the first one, so does that job description reflect that they're cross-training on this job?
It does.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I wasn't seeing it.
I think it's the very
Okay.
last line.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
You're welcome.
And the position that was helping Mary, will we get something where that position is being eliminated, or how does that work on job descriptions?
I think the job description just stays active if it ever needed. They never needed it in the future.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask to bring that job description up for us to demolish it. Just to answer that question on both sides of it. If it stays out there forever, it's always going to be there. And as long as the money's in the budget, the administration can continue to hire someone there. If we ask to bring that job description to the board and we do away with it, then they would have to bring it back to us to hire.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have student services field trips.
Madam Chair, members of the board, we have several field trips in February and March. Dickson County High School track meet will be going to Danville, Kentucky. Speech tournament in Murray, Kentucky. Creekwood High School state competition for JAG, TN. Also, Dickson County High School JAG will be at the state competition. APSU Honor Band, Creekwood, February the 26th through the 28th. Burns Middle School, Austin P. Band Festival and Competition in February. Dickson County High School, FFA State Convention in Gatlinburg in March. Dickson County High School Boys Soccer Tournament in Gatlinburg, March. Dickson County High School hosts a state leadership conference in March and the 1st of April, and that's in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And Creekwood band trip to Disney, March through, it's over spring break, that they will be attending that. And Dickson County High School track meet in Bowling Green, Kentucky, March 31st.
Move to approve all.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve all the field trips. Any other discussion?
Thank you.
Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have administration policies.
So we have our second read policies. Are we wanting to talk about these together?
Well, we did at the planning session, Lucas. You loved it.
Know where I was, but I'm ready to begin.
We did them in the 5th hour too, by the way, so you're very glad you weren't here.
There were no changes from that planning session.
Do we have any questions about 4.213 and 4.606?
With a motion to approve policies 4.213 and policy 4.606 on second reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve policies 4.213 and 4.606 on second read. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we move to first read.
First policy on first read is 4.100 instructional program. There have been no changes from the planning session. And as a reminder, this is one that TSBA flagged for us as needing to be updated with some, or adopted with some language added around anti-Semitism.
You want to do these separate or together, ma'am?
Probably separate.
Motion to approve policy 4.100 on first read.
Second.
We have a first and a second to approve policy 4.100 on first read. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next.
Next is 5.701 substitute teachers. No changes since the planning session, but as a reminder, the law changed so that we can now fill a vacant position or a position where a teacher is absent for 30 days with a non-certified teacher, as opposed to it used to be 20. Our goal is always to get a certified teacher in there as soon as possible, but that gives us a little more time if it's difficult to find one.
Move to approve 5.701 on first read.
We have a
And
motion.
I need to disclose my daughter's a substitute teacher. That will not affect my vote.
We have a first and a second to approve 5.701 on first read. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
Frozen.
I'm sorry?
Is yours frozen?
You never showed up.
Do you vote aye?
Yes, I do.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have 6.411.
And this is being updated as well to the TSBA model policy, but there were changes in the law regarding physical activity. There was an increase where elementary schools have to have 40 minutes a day now. We changed that practice back in the fall when the law changed, but we need to update our policy to reflect that law. And there have been no changes since you all discussed it at the planning session.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the student wellness 6.411 on first read. First read. Any other discussion?
I got the question. Under the nutrition, the new food pyramid and the milk, has that changed anything with that?
That did not go into effect before this law was passed that precipitated this policy change, so it's not reflected in this policy.
Well, can I ask, has anything changed?
To my knowledge,
What we're
Mr.
doing?
Williams,
Okay.
Any other questions? Vote, please.
That's that time. Did not show up again? It showed up here, you even confirmed it.
Motion carries. Next, student board member new policy.
yes, this is a policy that we are required to have as a school board that we do not currently have. So it's our recommendation that we adopt it, the TSBA model policy. There have been no changes since the planning session.
I'll move to approve 1.1021 on first read.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve 1.1021 on first read. Any other discussion?
I'm going to ask our student board member, have you took a look at this yet? Says that you can't get into any discipline hearings or nothing. You okay with that? I just want to make sure you like the policy. We don't need to add anything to it. I mean, if you like it, you like it. You good with it? I'm good with it.
Vote, please.
All ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have director's report.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Hillary put together a little packet for you around the policy 5.701 so that you would have that if your constituents ask about the ESS substitute program. It's on what they do, how Mr. Holly does the safety component with them, how Hillary and her department provides guidance to ESS on our personnel reference guide. And so I just wanted you to have a copy. I appreciate the work that she and Joey does with the ESS, our partnership. As we bring up each month a substitute of the month, like Miss Daniels tonight, we are very excited that our retired teachers are coming back and filling these positions, and we're so appreciative. But we have really appreciated our partnership with ESS, and so it has made all of our lives more simplistic, and principals are bragging on the service that they are getting when teachers are having to be home with their own children sick, them being sick, or doctor's appointments. We hear great things from our teachers and staff members. So we just appreciate that partnership, but I also appreciate my staff with the partnership that they have with ESS. Miss Karen Stevenson from the Post is here tonight, and I'm so appreciative. If you don't get the Post, she is writing some really great articles, sitting down with each of our directors in the system to talk about the work. I'm just going to share a few. They're here, but we appreciate you. We appreciate the work and what we do each and every day, getting out into the community. So thank you for that. We're going to be setting together quite a bit with some things that we're soon to roll out for the district. I know Dr. Marvin and Mr. Norman will be meeting with you because they've got some exciting news that they've been working on. We've had an anonymous donor donate some money, and so we've got big plans. So anyway, stay tuned, but we do appreciate you and the articles that you're writing. One of the things that I asked Ms. Charlene Oliver, who is my administrative assistant, Allison Phelps, who is out with her new one at home, I wanted to know how many students in area colleges are meeting expectations and beyond. And so UT Martin, I pulled just to look at where are our students as compared to other students in districts that attend just that college. I'll have a bigger update, but I want UT Knox, I want UT Chat, Austin P. We had 36 students from Dickson meet UT Martin's award status and recognition. I think that's impressive. I'm going to get more data. I think this needs to be shared. When we do our podcast, I want to know what these students, now that they're away from us, what could we have done better to help support them? I am so glad that these 36 are doing well, but they're being recognized from the universities. I think that when we pull all of this data together, it's going to be data to celebrate, not just our teachers at the secondary level and what they're doing, but it takes all of us to get our kids on this list. From pre-K to 12, what we do, that was impressive. So all the teachers have to take credit for all the great work that they're doing for our students. So next time we meet, I'm going to have other colleges pulled, but I'll do some data to show you about that. Of course, just because you're not on this list doesn't mean that you're not successful. But these are just the highest standards that colleges have. And I was impressed by our students that are attending UT Martin. And anyway, we've had a principals meeting this week. One of the questions that I asked the directors, what are characteristics of high-performing districts? And I'm going to share that with you once I get that typed up. I have been a little bit busy. I'm on jury duty this month and next month. But I'm going to give that to you. You're going to be surprised at what was said. And I think they were surprised at kind of how I went about talking about the characteristics of high-performing districts. Then with principals, I asked, what are characteristics of high-performing schools? Then I asked both groups to give me barriers. So if you say this is a characteristic, now give me a barrier to why maybe some things don't occur. I was very impressed with the thinking of both groups, but I want to put it in the forefront. To be on lists like this, to be high performing, you have to do things differently. To be a good track runner and to have the medals, you have to do something to prepare differently. And so we're going to be talking about that moving forward and then looking to see what we have found is most things do not cost money. When we talk about mindset and culture, most of that, there's not a real cost to it. That's people. Growing great leaders. That's a characteristic of high-performing schools and high-performing districts. So if you want to get there, you have to build goals around it, and we talk about that. Each of the directors have WIGs, wildly important goals. I have a WIG as a director, and how we're getting there. What's those action steps that get you to the goals? You all have goals sitting in this audience personally and professionally, but it takes action to get there. And so that's what we're talking about in our meetings, and how do we get even better. And so that's really all I have. There's lots of activities happening, as I alluded to, due to the weather. We've had some cancellations and moving things forward. I have to give a shout out to our schools athletic directors. That's not an easy task. That's just not a phone call that says, hey, we're going to move that game. That's a huge component, and they do it, and they do it well. And I have not had a phone call of a parent upset about it. I haven't had an athletic director, unless Joey hasn't told me, complain about that. They just do it. And so being adaptive is also something that high performing districts and schools do. And that's what we do, and we have to do at times. And I'm proud of that and them for doing that for kids and families. We're excited about what is to come, and my instructional leaders will be sharing some things next month. We're excited about the work and what opportunities will be shared very soon out loud that will be happening for the 26-27 year. I met with DCEA. We had a great conversation. I think it went into 2 hours today. But really good conversations. I appreciate the work. I'm just proud of where we are and what we've done this first semester. So thank you to all the teachers, all of our staff members, bus drivers, all my directors, and the teams that we have. Good work. And now let's make it even better. So thank you. If you're visiting with us tonight, glad to have you. And that's all the report I have.
Thank you. Next, we have comments by DCEA.
The DCEA is excited to present our MOU at the planning session in February. We appreciate the dedication of our colleagues in the district office and in this unanimous collaborative effort, and we know that we will strengthen our commitment to our profession and to one another. We are currently working with Dr. Sutherland to put the finishing touches on a district-wide teacher workroom, where all teachers, but especially new teachers, will be able to access supplies, and veteran teachers such as myself can possibly get rid of some supplies that we don't use anymore. We feel like it will be a wonderful win-win for us both. And lastly, we know that every child right now is very excited about the impending snow. So we just want to wish everybody a safe and happy snow day. So
I have to correct you. It's students and adults.
Well, I was going to say teachers too, but I didn't,
We're all going to go flush the ice cubes tonight, okay?
I don't think you need to.
We don't need ice involved. Whatever the other dancing or whatever the rest of it is okay. Next, we have comments by board members. Mr. Haley?
When is our February work session?
With the floor.
Besides in February.
Let's say something smart.
Well, thank you. Madam Chair, I'm not attempting to put you on the spot, but I want to pitch something out to you and the board. And if you need to take this home and think about it or get the calendar right, I just figured if I said it, the whole board, they'd look at the calendar. But in February, we're going to need to present something to the county commission on a capital outlay project for some building maintenance. And they meet on the third Monday of the month, which falls on President's Day. So I'm going to make an assumption they're meeting the 17th. It is only an assumption, but it is likely the 17th of February. Is it? So we need to have something for this board to approve prior to that. We wouldn't make their work session, which would be February the 2nd. But I'm going to suggest that we throw in one more work session, maybe on the 2nd, 9th, 3rd, or the 10th, in that range somewhere. And if it's appropriate, Mr. Hall, you can let me know if it is or not. But that meeting could be continued until the 12th or continued until the second date. If you want to choose two dates, the 2nd and the 9th, should it be needed. And to have a special meeting at the end of the capital outlay work session to take some board action, have this ready for our director to carry to the county commission. I would suggest two separate dates, and I picked the two Monday nights, but it could be the Tuesdays, it could be any nights. Might not need both of them, but if they're both on our calendar, we don't have to feel rushed to get in and be out in 3 hours. We might do it in an hour, we may do it in 2 days. But we've all had those discussions, and it's probably time that we put it all together in a nice little package and wrapped it up.
So it'll have to be seconds on Monday.
Mhm.
You said Tuesday or Monday?
I
Seconds
just
on
do
Monday.
the Mondays and Tuesdays out. The second's their work session, but if that's something that our chair needs to carry and look at the dates, maybe y'all can throw days you are available and she can send us something later where she's gonna call for a meeting for that. If there's nothing else on the 12th, we could continue to that date and do it then. I just hate to tie it in with
With the regular planning.
but if we continued, it would just be one charge. I don't want to create a big charge to our constituents on that. If we can just do one long meeting, whether it's over 1, 2, or 3 days, we can get it done, get this wrapped up.
So were you saying the February the 9th? Is that what day?
I'm just throwing dates out to say we probably need to have 2 dates. That would fall in the discretion of the chair, and she would need your input on availability, I would think. That's why I brought it up during the comment section.
But I think he was implying maybe one the first week of February and then the second week, should we need one.
On the 16th and 17th, we have Legal Institute or legal, the legislative update in Franklin. So we
So
won't
it
be
would need
around.
to be
Are we doing legislative dinner in February?
second or third, what do you say?
I thought what I'm doing, do whatever you say, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, I have a conflict on the third, so
Okay, so how's the second?
I was 2nd and the 9th, or 2nd and the 10th. I have 2 dates.
Second and 10th, okay?
Don't think next week's gonna work, so.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so we've got February 2nd and February 10th.
I'd suggest a continuation on the 2nd, should it be needed on the 10th. That way we're having one official meeting. If you all agree with that thought process.
We think we will have additional information from our architects by that time.
I would think we would need them here for at least the first meeting. With the group they have, I would expect one of those would be available to come that night.
Yes.
just so I'm clear, Mr. Haley, were you then proposing a special session on the 12th?
That would be up to the chair, and that could very well happen, a special session on the 12th before the regular work session. If we do our capital outlay work session on the 2nd and the 10th, the 12th, you could do a call special session that will be advertised for approval of a capital outlay project.
Right.
Specifically, we could do that prior to the regular work session.
Yeah.
If the chair agrees with that. That leaves the 10th up in there. If we get done on the 2nd, not need the 10th, then you're not stuck coming here the second time.
Thank you, Mr. Haley.
We generally have the legislative dinner in February. Are we not doing that this year? Or
We are. It is.
It
It
is
is
that night.
at
Well, okay. Okay. I hadn't heard you mention it. No.
Special conduct 10 to regular maybe. Yeah. Any other comments?
Legislative dinner.
It's at 5 p.m. on the 12th.
Well,
Yes, sir. And we'll send out a reminder.
Hope it doesn't snow any of those days, because it'll be the real fix. The day's in now.
Any other comments? Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.